Hello again, everyone, and welcome to this segment of One-on-One. I'm Martin Falls, and joining us, somebody you're going to love. She's full of personality. She's really worked her way up to where she is today. And if you talk about energy and you look up energy in the dictionary, she is energy. Wendy Thibodeaux, the assessor of Lafourche Parish, is our guest. When we come back from the break, we're going to find out what makes her tick, what's her favorite song, a little bit of everything about Wendy Thibodeaux. Don't go away. One-on-One is brought to you by the Law Office of Waits and Downer. You said you were nervous when you got up and public spoke and all that. I'm sure that's natural, but I didn't see it, so you hit it pretty well.
It was nerve-wracking just doing it, for the first time. But once I started talking about my job, I would calm down because it was something I knew.
Yeah.
Same thing when I go and do presentations or I'm speaking. I get nervous coming up because you want to do the best.
Are you nervous today coming here?
No, a little bit, not much. I mean, but it's like really the first times that I would get up and do things. And, once I started talking about my job, it's like everything else just goes out the room because I love
you're pretty
what
natural
I do.
on camera.
Well, thank you.
Now, I've interviewed a lot of people over the years, and some of them you can tell when they get that. But you're pretty natural, and you come across natural. I've seen some of the presentations you've done over the years to educate the public, and y'all let the public come up, and every time y'all would say, all right, public has any questions? I go, oh, Lord, here we go. Because the public can be very honest. But you seem to have been ready and prepared for that.
Because I truly believe in what I do for a living. And even though a lot of people don't understand it or they, get mad because they have to pay the taxes, from my position, I see what these taxes provide and the governmental services that are provided. When a hurricane comes, I want a levee system that's going to hold back the water. I want, when my house is on fire, I want a fire district. I want the people that are going to make decisions for me when I get older, I want them educated. And, I just believe in that whole process. When I first started working in St. Bernard at the assessor's office, I didn't own property. I didn't know what the assessor did for a living. But I lived next door to the assessor. He knew my grandpa on my father's side, not the sheriff, my other grandpa. And he called me Palooka. I can be known to be a little bit feisty.
Palooka?
Right?
What's Palooka?
Palooka was a fighter in New Orleans.
All right.
So he called me Palooka.
Okay.
His office was a lot of older people. And they had one younger girl that did the computers. Her husband was getting transferred. He worked for K&B, and he was getting transferred to Tennessee because they were closing down the K&Bs here in Louisiana. So he came over to my house, and he's like, Palooka, you know how to work them computer things? And I was like, yeah, I know how to work them. He goes, you want a job? And I'm like, no, I really like what I'm doing. He goes, how much you making? And I told him how much I was making at the time, which was nothing. He goes, I'll pay you $5,000 more. I was like, you got you a computer person. I was not IT ready at all, but I knew the basics of a computer. And when I walked into that office, when I tell you, I knew that that's what I was meant to do. And I just, I went and took all of the classes and got the certifications, and I just loved it from that day forward. And that's why I always tell the young people that I talk to, it's like, never leave a door open.
Right.
Always walk through it because I was a computer person, I'm the assessor now.
Everybody knows when you're the assessor, you have pretty good discretion. There's gray areas, but you've come up sort of with formulas to say, all right, this will make our job easy. So if so-and-so has a house worth this much and it's this, it's pretty much going to be this. But do you get a lot of people that'll call you and go, come on, Wendy, can you hedge that just a little bit? Do you get that a lot?
Every day. Wendy, can you get rid of my taxes? And my go-to statement is, as soon as I get rid of mine, you on number 2 on the list. Don't worry about it. I got you. But I don't blame people for the reasons why they do what they do. And, you know, even the people that argue with me and fight with me and disagree with me and appeal my assessment. I get it. If I was wearing those shoes, I'd probably be doing the same thing. But I have a job to do. I took an oath. And these people trusted me and elected me into this position, and I am going to fight and do what's right and what's fair. If you can say anything about me with my job, is that I try and be as fair as possible. Even if people don't like it, it's fair. Even if I'm wrong, I'm consistently wrong.
I think people in general are okay if their important neighbor got treated the same way.
Yes.
Everybody gauges everybody off of somebody that's well-known or whatever. And when the well-known person says, well, I got charged taxes too, and I didn't like it, and they go, well, okay, I guess we're all getting taxed.
Yeah.
But you're right, that's what builds the levees. That's what creates infrastructure. That's what gives everybody a budget. So you're almost in a no-win situation at times, but you seem to handle the no-win situations pretty well.
I don't get many Christmas cards, let me just say that, because that's right when the bills go out, they do.
Yeah.
I don't take it personally. It's not, because when people get to know me, not Wendy the assessor, but Wendy Thibodeaux, 9 out of 10 times, we're friends, we're good, you know, you don't have to like what I'm doing, it's a job. And I tell people this all the time, listen, if I'm not sitting in that seat, somebody else is going to be sending you a bill. Whoever sits in that seat is going to be doing the same thing I'm doing.
For all of your cases, including those with catastrophic significance, call Waits and Downer Law Firm.
You're very visible.
Yes.
I see you at all kind of functions. One thing I notice about you, you know how to work a room pretty good.
Yes.
Did that come from Grandpa?
Yes, very much so did come from my grandpa. As children, we had to go talk to everybody, and some people it doesn't come natural to, but I like it. I like talking to people and getting to know who they are and understanding why, you know, they tick like they do, or why they do the things they do, or why they say what they say. And you never know what that other person's going through or their situation or so forth. And if you get to be friends, I find that they are not as angry, or, you know, they'll call you up and say, hey, you know, why is this like this? And I have an explanation. I don't do anything just because I get up in the morning and go, I'm going to do this. There's a reason why everything is like it is. And I can give you the reason. And if I tell you no, I can give you that reason, no. But I find that if you befriend people, they calm down a little bit. They don't come in. I'm not saying it eliminates it,
Right.
but I just find that it's better if they
It
know.
mitigates it a little bit.
Yes.
Okay, so you graduated in real estate school. Of course,
Yes,
you
I
worked
did.
for St. Bernard Parish Assessor for 4 years, then Blanchard Appraisal Service 3 years. Then you took over for Mike Martin in 2014, and then you've held the seat since you won the election. But you were named the state's 2022 Assessor of the Year. That's a pretty nice honor.
Very proud of that. First time it's ever been awarded to Lafourche Parish, and I am extremely proud that we did that. You know, that
Did they give
I
you a
got
big plaque or a little plaque?
They gave me a plaque about, you know, medium size,
Come
but
on,
it's got
man.
my
They got to
name.
step up with these plaques, make them bigger,
Yes,
you know?
metal. I want something I can wear around my neck as an accessory.
Yeah,
But
step on a gold box.
Yes.
Give you
Yes,
a medal.
why not? I was very proud. I was surprised because, you know, I do a lot of stuff with the association. I was a lot more involved a couple of years ago. I was on like 5 committees, and I kind of slimmed that back. I'm on the legislative committee now, and that is one of the main reasons why I was awarded that, is because I got the Constitution Amendment number 5 on the ballot.
Oh, congratulations.
Well, thank you.
for
I'm
that.
very proud of that.
Yeah. You won the Bayou Industrial Group's Big Achiever of the Year in 2022. 22.
Yes, that had to do with the hurricane work. So
Yeah.
the whole time I'm doing stuff for the association, we were also recovering from Ida. And I can't take all the credit. My staff was huge. We went, cooked dinners, distributed cleaning supplies and so forth down the bayou. I didn't mind doing that at all. I had done something similar for Katrina, for St. Bernard, because they were wiped out like South Lafourche was. Back then, we gave away refrigerators, washers, dryers, and mattresses for Katrina. Here, we gave out, I can't even tell you how many cleaning supplies with buckets and food. And it's natural. I'm very blessed, and I believe in returning.
Are you an overachiever?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
That's
slowing
good.
down, though. I'm
Yeah.
not going to lie. I was much worse when I was younger.
So are you more interested in succeeding or more scared of just failing?
I think the failing part. Succeeding, when somebody asks me, what do you consider success? And that's all my children. That's my children. If my children are healthy, alive, and successful, and I don't mean money-wise, I just mean happy.
Yeah.
If that's it, what more can you ask for?
Both your kids went to Edie White?
Yes.
My
both
rival
children.
school?
Yes, your rival school. Edie
But
White.
my mom went to Mount Carmel.
Really? I was supposed to go there when I was younger.
Yeah,
but
my mom went to Mount Carmel, so people always go, "Why that's such a rivalry? Y'all must have hated Edie White." I'm going like, no, growing up, I had 3 aunts in the Mount Carmel. They were Mount Carmel nuns.
Really?
My mama could have been a nun, but I'm glad she wasn't.
Yeah, I'm glad.
And then she went to Mount Carmel, and then all my cousins went to Edie White and Thibodeaux High, and I'm like, no, I'm okay with Edie White.
Yeah,
So that's a good thing.
It was a good school.
Yeah.
It prepared my children. It was a really smaller school, and I enjoyed that coming from the city with all of the big schools, like Jesuit, Holy Angels used to be there, Dominican, Mount Carmel. It's a much smaller school, and it worked for my kids. So
Let's have fun.
Okay.
We got about 5 minutes left. What's your favorite ice cream?
my favorite ice cream is Haagen-Dazs waffle cone. It's vanilla ice cream with a caramel swirl with chocolate-covered pieces of waffle cone.
You realize you didn't hesitate one bit on that?
It's horrible. I love
Do you eat
that
it
ice
every
cream.
week?
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, I'm just asking, you know.
No, I can't eat it every week, but I
Okay.
do. I love it. That is my favorite ice cream.
All right.
I
What's-
love desserts, though.
Okay.
If I go to a restaurant, a new restaurant, I can tell you how good it's going to be. I flip to the dessert page, and I'm like, all right, we can stay.
Favorite song of all time?
Any Elvis Presley song. Huge Elvis Presley fan.
Really?
Huge. All of the old 50s, 60s music. That's what my mom played
Yeah.
while she was dust mopping the house. So
Yeah.
I grew up with all of that. I love old music. Love old music. Because Elvis Presley is my favorite.
So you got an old soul.
Yes. Well, I wouldn't go. I mean, when it comes to music and
Yeah.
movies and stuff like that, I do appreciate, the older, the days of old. It just seems like it was much calmer, not as much,
Yeah.
internet, websites.
More innocent,
this,
yeah.
that, all of that good stuff.
What about your favorite color?
My favorite color is green.
Okay.
Green.
Well, you're a woman that knows.
Yes.
I mean, you're right. Boom, boom.
Green.
Boom. Okay.
Yes.
Right.
And it's funny because if you look at my colors when I campaigned, when my grandpa ran, he had what we called in the family Grandpa Green. It was a green color. And then my older brother, Ray, he ran for parish council and he used Grandpa Green. It was superstitious.
Yeah.
I am very superstitious,
Yeah.
by the way.
All right.
So when he ran, he used Grandpa Green. Well, then my younger brother, Chad, he ran for state rep and he used blue and yellow and he lost. Okay, so my grandpa won,
Oh, yeah?
my older brother won, my younger brother lost, and then I ran for assessor and my family's like, well, what colors are you going to use? I'm like, Grandpa Green no matter what. So that's where the green came from. And then my
Yeah.
son was little and he liked hunting. So that's where the orange came from. It's hunter safety orange.
For all of your cases, including those with catastrophic significance, call Waits and Downer Law Firm.
You believe in Bigfoot?
No, not so much.
How
I
about
think-
aliens?
No, I'm not an alien. I think there's life out there,
Yeah.
but to say that there's aliens, and to be honest with you, I really don't have time to do dive into that rabbit hole.
Not that that means anything for your job, but I just thought it'd be fun to ask.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't do aliens. I do a lot of true crime. I listen to
Do
true
you?
crime. Yes, and I like the ones that they solve. I don't know what gets me to go that, but in the mornings when I'm getting dressed, I listen to true
A
crime.
new bishop-elect that's going to be bishop by the time this airs said he loves that kind of stuff too.
I do. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's kind of morbid.
What's your favorite movie of all time?
The favorite movie, I love comedies. I love to laugh. I
Yeah.
believe in laughing. I finding the humor in everything. My all-time favorite movie comedy is Bridesmaids. I don't think I laughed harder at that movie. And like The Hangover, I like
Right.
goofy movies like that. Older movies, you know, you got like your Casablanca, Gone with the Wind. Like I appreciate those movies and how much went into it. And they're just classic.
Couple more questions. Who's the one politician that you've run into, a public, let's say public servant, that you ran into over the years and you went, okay, I'm a little nervous to meet this person?
Nervous to meet him?
Or just a little more, well, they were larger than life, maybe.
There was one, he was an assessor. He's since passed, Jewett Farley. He was the assessor of Lincoln Parish.
Yeah.
And he taught us classes in the certification classes. And he just made learning about assessments, because it's hard to make taxes fun.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be real.
You're right.
He always had a story, or you know, you can't let rats run the cheese factory and stuff like that. And I just took to him, and he was my mentor. And I always couldn't wait to just see him the next time, or when I was going to see him. Like I have to say, I joked about it at the Assessors Association convention. I was like, listen, whether y'all like me or not, it's all his fault. If you like me, it's because of him. If you don't like me, it's because of him. And I was Jewett Farley. And I know it's not like Donald Trump or,
Yeah.
you know.
That's all right.
But he was my mentor. And like, I couldn't wait to hear what he had to say. Like, I guess that's the closest I got to nervous. I don't get nervous too often.
Well, good. Let me ask you this. So if I was able to get him in a room and able to get all your ancestors and those going before us, bring them down and get Mr. Martin and get all the public officials and the FOOSH and your kids for sure and say, all right, give me one word, just one, that would describe Wendy. And y'all get together, vote on the word, hand me a sheet of paper, and I open it up and I go, the one word is, what would you hope it would be?
What I'd hope it would be is, oh God, that so many words. I think my professional people would say loyal. Like if I believe in you, I believe in you.
Yeah.
I'm loyal. My family would say that I'm funny.
Yeah.
I'm fun.
Yeah.
I do. I love to have a good time. I work hard and I play hard.
Yeah.
And I do. I believe in that balance. My grandma always used to tell me, sugar, because she was from the city, right? Sugar, never work so hard and work so long that you don't get to enjoy the fruits of your labor.
There you go.
And that's what I hear every day, you know, because it's easy when you love what you do to just get pulled into it and let it consume you. And, you know, I had to kind of find a balance between, you know, personal and professional. And I think I've worked on it the last 4 years, but I've found it.
And I'm going to throw in engaging.
Yes.
You're very engaging.
I am engaging.
Yeah, so I want to
Yes.
thank you for coming on board and
Anytime.
chatting with us. And it's always nice to see you. And you're always smiling. And I appreciate that. And thank you so much. And keep up the great work.
Thank you.
All right, Wendy. Thank you.
For all of your cases, including those with catastrophic significance, call Waits and Downer Law Firm. This one-on-one program has been brought to you by the law offices of Waits and Downer.